This episode of Film Riot is brought to you by Domain.com. What's up? 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 What's up, man? Welcome to Film Riot Mondays, where we do stuff. Now, before we get to the questions today, just in case you were not aware, we finally released the latest episode of Paper Productions, which you guys have been asking about, and I have to say, it really is my favorite that we've done yet. We had so much fun doing this. It took a long time because of a lot of the things we had to organize to actually do. You'll see what I'm saying. It's absolute craziness. I don't want to give anything away because I think it's a really fun episode, but we do. We have a very long, massive VFX shot at the end that I'm pretty happy with. So definitely go check it out right here. I think you guys will dig it. But now let's get to the questions. How does someone with a lot of passion but no one around with passion do film as a hobby? I actually get this question asked a lot, but you don't have to stop with just your circle of friends. There's always drama clubs and acting schools around you. So first I would start by doing something on your own. Go out and shoot just a vignette showing what kind of visual piece you can put together on your own. Something to music. Find your favorite bit of score and just do like a little visual trailer to it, or just start by editing something else, like taking movie scenes and then cutting your own trailer together, something like that, to where you can show your talent off. Then go to drama clubs, things like that, and get yourself some actors. It's actually a lot easier than you'd think. Could you talk about the career aspect of filmmaking? I have this friend, he wants to be a filmmaker, he's pretty decent and everything, but how likely is it that we could make a career out of something like this? Wow, you probably won't answer this, or maybe you already have, but I'd really appreciate it. Okay, bye. That was a long question. That was very long. The question was long. Now I've said long 3 times, so immediately, of course, I just want to make it in your window, but I won't, because Josh is looking at me. We have talked about this before. This industry is nutty. It's very hard to get into and even harder to be successful at. And one thing that I always said, I've said a million times is, and I mean it wholeheartedly, unless you would rather live under a bridge than not do the thing, you should find something else to do full time and then just do this as a hobby. It is that difficult to get into. I mean, if your end goal is to do something like, party videography or the wedding videography, something like that, that's very cool and that's much easier to get into. But if you want to be in the film industry, like Hollywood feature film making, that is extremely difficult to break into and be successful at. Thus, us still trying, 10 years later. And we will never give up, doggone it. Like this video says.
Don't stop, don't give up. Don't stop, don't give up.
So if you love it that much, if you're that passionate to where you would rather live out of your car than not do the thing, then I say just go for it. And the best thing to do is just keep making stuff, putting it online, and hopefully you'll get noticed. I mean, tons of filmmakers are making films this way. They're putting their stuff online, it's going viral, and they're getting noticed, and then they're making feature films, because if you have the talent, sooner or later, someone will notice you. So if you're passionate enough, just go nuts, as the squirrel said. Besides directing, what's your favorite part of the filmmaking process? Probably coming up with the story, not necessarily writing. I do love writing, but I think as of right now, I don't know, because being a filmmaker is really interesting. It's ever evolving, and the more you do it, the more you figure out exactly what it is within the chain of filmmaking that you really want to focus on. And without question, my number one is directing, but secondary, I really love coming up with stories, but not necessarily, I don't know that I'll always write the full feature. I think I would want to come up with the story and then pass it off to a writer who's much better than I am for all the in-between stuff. But creating characters and worlds and the ideas behind them and the themes and what is going on, I absolutely adore. How long did it take until you made a living doing what you love? Yeah, girl. That depends if you count before film school, when I first started doing production as did a little intern stuff wherever I could until I started making money full time, or after film school until I started making money full time. Both. So before film school until I went full time would have been 11 years, because I'm not counting full time production. I'm counting when I ran the video studio. I'm gonna count that because that's full time production. And then after film school, it would have been 4 years. 3 years. 3 years. Ryan, found footage movies, opinion, and would you ever consider making one? I like every type of genre and movie. I don't think anything is really ever played out, because it could always be rejuvenated. Somebody could come up with a totally different way of doing it, release it, and bring it back in the best way possible. Here's some for instances. 28 Days Later brought back the zombie genre in a fantastic way and made me love it all over again. Or Paranormal Activity brought back the found footage genre for me and made me love it all over again. So if I came up with an idea that worked within that genre well enough and a different way to do it to make it work, yeah, I would totally do one. I don't rule anything out, I don't think. What is the worst possible thing to do while in production on a short film? I think the worst possible thing you could do is not finish it. There's a lot of people who will start the short film and never finish it. And tons of people have done that, and it sucks. Finish the film. If you start it, finish it. How do you make sure you have enough coverage for a scene? Do you go through a shot list or just wing it? You should definitely make a shot list. I mean, I stopped doing shot lists for FilmRiot sketches, only FilmRiot sketches, because I wanted to do that as sort of a training ground for me for bigger projects, just making myself wing it on a week-to-week basis to help train me to think in that way. But whenever I do a bigger project, I make all shot lists always. I am super in-depth. Storyboards, shot lists, schedules, breakdowns, the whole nine, because once you get into it, it gets really crazy. And to get it done, you are working fast and moving fast, and you forget stuff easily. You miss shots that you knew you needed, but everything gets so crazy and you get so tired that stuff starts slipping through the cracks. So definitely make a shot list if you're going on any kind of production where you're gathering people together. If you're just going outside, just shooting stuff around, I think it's good practice not to make one and to wing it. It helps you get into that sort of mindset. But any kind of production where you are using people's time and you might be wasting people's time, shot list. What kind of movie would you use an anamorphic lens? Yeah, girl. Better question. What movie wouldn't I use an anamorphic lens on?
Boom!
Boom.
Is that the end of the answer?
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm gonna make a romantic comedy with all anamorphics. It's gonna be an epic romantic comedy starring Drew Barrymore and Adam Sandler. It's gonna be terrible. So, Josh.
Hey, man.
You know how like you have a house, then outside the house there's that green stuff.
Yeah, grass.
Right, whatever you want to call it. You know how like certain times of year it gets taller by itself.
Yeah.
Follow me. What if there was a device that you pushed that made it short again?
A lawnmower.
That's a good name. That's a great name. Now, say you want to start a business to sell this idea of what'd you call it?
A lawnmower.
A lawnmower. You need a website to get the news out there about the lawnmower. Right. Thank you. And say you could probably do lawnmower.com. That's a great idea. And to get this website of this fantastic newfangled device up and going to cut the green stuff that's outside from being tall to being small, you could go to domain.com, get your website up and going, get your hosting plan, get your domain discovery service, lawnmower.com is probably the one they're going to suggest to you because they're geniuses. And use a coupon code FilmRiot at checkout. Save 50%. Because this is pretty crazy. People they're not going to jump on board right away. You're an innovator. Go innovate.
It already exists.
No, it doesn't.
Logo.
So that's it for today, which means it's time for my short film suggestion of the week. This one comes from Vincent Laforet, which is a short film named after the device he used to make it, which is Movie. And it is a gorgeous short film. Gorgeous, definitely through those, the fluid shots in this thing are freaking mind-blowing. And this device really is revolutionary. And I don't say that often, but I really think that this thing is pretty freaking incredible, which you'll see what I'm talking about by some of the shots that they pull off. And then definitely watch the behind the scenes to see the device and how they actually did it. The taxi shot was the one that blew me away most. And you'll know exactly what I'm talking about when you see it. So definitely check that out. It is a great short. That's it for today, but oh yeah, don't forget, you only have till Friday to get your Monday challenge submissions in. So make sure you get to work on that so you could possibly be a part. But that's it. I'll see you guys next week.